Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Another episode of Only Built for Golf Links. A lot to catch up. I didn't record last week. A lot to talk about. So much to talk about. The US Open. Or the Live Golf talk. Reminds me of the WCW NWO days, taking all the WWF superstars. Or the Instagram memes, pretty funny. Phil Mickelson's Hollywood Hogan. Good stuff. Let's get started. Follow me on Only Built for Golf Links on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I've been slacking a bit on everything, but been super busy at work, at home with the wife and kids. Before I start, or before I continue, happy belated Father's Day to everybody out there, all the fathers, or the soon-to-be fathers. Cheers, gents. Here's a little Anchor glass. One of my nieces up in Massachusetts graduated the Massachusetts Maritime Academy. Congratulations, Lauren. Love you. Take care. So, I was going to talk US Open, just US Open talk. I didn't watch much of it. I watched a little bit on Thursday. I didn't get to watch anything on Friday or Saturday. We were up in Massachusetts visiting family. So I got home. I watched the final groups. Maybe they were in about 5-6 holes in it by the time I got home. So I got to watch 13 holes of the final group and whatever else was in between. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my picks. I put out my picks on Thursday morning, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't able to record, make my picks. Scheffler and Zalatoris were 2 of my 5 picks. Scheffler, man. Fucking guy was there again. Top 3. Zalatoris, another runner-up. Saw a stat today that said he's up to $6 million or $6 million plus over in winnings without a win. He surpassed Oosthuizen's record of like by a couple of 100,000 of earnings without a win for a single season. So yeah, this kid's gonna be, he's knocking on the door. He's knocking very hard. A couple of inches away from going to a playoff at the US Open. Midway for Fitzpatrick to win his first major, first PGA win. He's also joins Jack Nicklaus as the only 2 players to win the U.S. Amateur and the U.S. Open at the same course. Nicklaus did it at Pebble Beach. Fitzpatrick this weekend at The Country Club. Pretty cool name. Brookline, Massachusetts. The Country Club. Pretty dope name. So yeah, so nobody's done that. I'm sure other guys have won that amateur and the U.S. Open, but never at the same course. These 2 have first to do it. There's a movie called The Greatest Game Ever Played. Everybody's favorite Shia LaBeouf was in it, starring role. It's a movie about a guy named Francis Ouimet, an amateur who played the U.S. Open and beat the field of pros. Did it while using a 10-year-old caddy. Took place there at the Country Club in Brookline. Good watch. I recommend it. If you're not doing anything one day, look it up. Golf Channel plays it a lot. Plays it often. Whenever there's nothing going on golf-wise, they'll throw it on, along with a bunch of other movies. So yeah, Fitzpatrick, British guy. Scheffler was there, I believe, 3rd place. He was 2 strokes away. He's there every time, man. I don't know how to... He doesn't dominate the course. Doesn't dominate the rest of the guys. He just chugs along, and he's always there in contention. He lost to a playoff a couple weekends ago to Sam Burns. There's another movie I want to watch that's coming out in theaters now. It's called The Phantom of the Open. loosely based on a guy who played the British Open, having never played golf ever before in his life, and scored the highest ever score recorded at the British Open or the Open, whatever you guys want to call it. I know it's called the Open, but I'm going with the British Open. Yeah. So yeah, so that's a movie pretty much the opposite of the greatest game ever played. Francis Ouimet won the U.S. Open being an amateur. This guy scored the highest score ever recorded at the Open. So yeah, so live golf. Live golf. Live golf. Fucking plucking away at these PGA Tour guys. Confirmed today, Abraham Ancer. Not confirmed, but fucking running wild everywhere. Even the big news, the big sports guys are reporting it. Brooks Koepka, nothing from Live or nothing from him or his camp that he's signed on to some big bucks. I was surprised. I don't know. Call me naive. I was surprised in that one. I thought he I could see why his brother did it. Now I think that they took his brother in hopes of landing him. And from the looks of it, they got him. My other one, the other confirmation is Abraham Ancer, a fellow Mexican golfer. Well, he's the golfer. I'm just a fucking hacker who's not that good or ever be that good. Yeah, I rooted for him every weekend. As a kid, I always rooted for Fernando Valenzuela because he was the big Mexican name. I didn't root for, not that I wouldn't, but I didn't. Lee Trevino. It was before my time, before I even knew what golf was. But if Lee Trevino's a golfer now, he'd be my number one guy. Just like Ancer is. Still is. Completely fucking turn my back on him. Still a good golfer. Wish him the best over there. Hey man, this is life-changing money these guys are getting. You know, granted, some of these guys don't need it. They keep sticking to that line of expanding the golf sport. We're doing it for the sport. Nah, fuck that, man. It's a lot of money. Charles Barkley had a good quote going around social media this weekend. He wanted chaos at the leaderboard of the U.S. Open. He wanted all the live golf guys to dominate, and he hoped that one of them won. I want all the live guys on the top of the leaderboard. I want to see the PGA Tour shaking in their damn boots. Listen, I'm not a religious dude, but I want chaos this weekend at the U.S. Open. I don't judge other people. Listen, if somebody gave me 200 million, I'd kill a relative. I'm serious. They're saying Phil Mickelson got 200 million. Dustin Johnson got 150 million. For 150 million, for 150 million, I'd kill a relative, even one I like. I don't think I could kill somebody, but fuck, man. I'd make the jump. It's life-changing money. I think that the PGA can try to stop the Open, the U.S. Open. What is it? The USGA runs the U.S. Open and the PGA Championship. No, not that one. Sorry. The U.S. Open, Augusta runs the Masters, and the RNA runs the Open. The PGA Tour can try to stop those guys by playing the majors, but I think it's gonna be a tough battle legally. It's an Open. They're opens. Anybody could qualify. I could walk into a pro shop, sign up, and play a qualifying course and work my way up through those courses or qualifying tournaments, regionals, nationals, and whatever else there is to get to it. A tough battle ahead of the PGA Tour. The commissioner, all up in arms. They had a players meeting today at this weekend's tournament, and from what I'm hearing, this is all stuff I hear on PGA Tour radio. Those guys are good. Those guys get a lot of good info from good insiders inside the PGA Tour, being former players themselves. They announced an 8 event, no cut, $20 million purse each event. Basically another live golf. $20 million purse for the big dogs, for the top 50 players or top 60, 70, whatever it is. Basically compete with live golf. Something else for the smaller guys, the guys who, the bottom feeders of the PGA, who are starving, or not starving, but they definitely don't have it as easy as the big names, as the top guys. But something for them to improve their chances of keeping their tour cards. All that got announced today. The commissioner is supposed to have a press conference tomorrow. I'll be watching along with so Abraham Ancer's gone. He's confirmed. Just Brooks hasn't confirmed, but all the reports say he signed on for a big bonus. I don't know. It's another guy that came out hot, won 4 majors right off the bat, and hasn't been the same. He's never won a regular PGA Tour event, only majors. And to be honest, he hasn't done anything since his last win. I can't recall any top 10 finishes. He was hurt last year, maybe 2 years ago. He got hurt. He's recovering from that still. Somebody made a joke on the radio that he took the live golf money because at his wedding he had Ludacris performing for him. That the Ludacris's rate increased, so he was not unable to pay him. So he had to make the jump to pay Ludacris for performing at his wedding. So that was good. Okay, Luda. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. See you soon. Peace.